amazing co-main event where we see Robert Whittaker taking on Khamzat Chimaev. Guys, I've been waiting so long for this fight. I was so upset when Khamzat dropped out of the first one. I understand he was deathly ill, as Dana White said. I was upset when he dropped out, but Robert Whittaker still gave the show because that's what true champs do when he got the crazy knockout over Ikram Aliskerov, guys. And I am so happy to see them finally fight. Guys, I am just now finding out this is a 5-round fight. I was struggling with who I was going to go with on this fight because I feel like this is another great matchup for these two fighters. It's a hard fight for both fighters, I believe. And especially now that it's 5 rounds, that makes it even more complicated. Let's first talk about Khamzat. Khamzat was a prodigy that the UFC was pushing like crazy. He's had some rough stints with dropping out of fights and getting sick, but he claims to be on a new path now. And he is looking to come into that octagon on the 26th and maul Robert Whittaker. Khamzat has been showing that his striking is getting better. We all seen his brawl with Gilbert Burns, and of course, as much as that was a great fight, there is always room for improvement in your striking, and Khamzat can make those improvements. And he's shown us that he's been doing that, right? He's shown us that he's been working on his octagon control, that he's been working on his pressure, and he's working on getting his striking sharper. But his bread and butter has always been his grappling, and I believe that he's looking to go in there on the 26th and maul Robert Whittaker on the ground for 5 rounds. I just don't see that being possible. Robert Whittaker, you have to watch his fight against Yoel Romero. He has amazing grappling. He knows how to grapple. He's been training it forever. He's been training wrestling forever. He has great takedown defense. So it's not just going to be as easy as getting to his legs. I feel like Robert Whittaker will have to withstand the war and the craziness that is Khamzat in the first 2 rounds of a fight. But I believe once it gets to the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round, Khamzat is not going to be the same fighter. He's not going to be bringing the same pressure, and Robert Whittaker is. Robert Whittaker is a former champion. All he knows is 5-round fights. He knows how to adapt to that and how to create a game plan to stretch out for that. Khamzat is used to 3-round fights, being able to expend all energy in the first 2 by holding down your opponent, mauling your opponent, chill out for the 3rd, and win the fight. And it's just simply not going to be that easy with a fighter like Robert Whittaker. Khamzat is going to have to manage his breathing. He's going to have to manage his pacing, and he's going to have to get in and out and get his shots off and mix in striking pretty well. Robert Whittaker is going to try to keep it on the feet. I feel like he can beat Khamzat on the feet when it comes to striking, and he's going to have to look to defend all takedowns. This is going to be an absolutely amazing co-main event, UFC 308. Make sure to tune in.